What is up, everybody? It's your girl Diamond Monet here, back with another video. And today I just want to come and chit chat with you guys about some things that I have not been liking in the news, in the media, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, whatever the case may be. Me personally, I don't even have an Instagram, but I see things, okay? I see things on the ticks and I see things on the tubes. So the first thing that I want to come online and discuss is the Breezy Bowl. Okay, so I'm not gonna be the first person and I'm not gonna be the last person to discuss this, but me personally, I do not like Chris Brown. Let me tell you something. I am a 33-year-old millennial. I used to love him. I used to love Chris Brown. I have this fixed memory in my brain of when I first heard his music, when I first saw the video, how I felt about him, and how I thought I was going to be a singer-songwriter, and how I thought that we were going to be together. Every millennial girl had that epiphany about Chris Brown at the time, but that was pre-drugs, that was pre-abusing Rihanna, that was pre all of the things that he is going through and dealing with now and in the past, and probably for the foreseeable future. So Chris Brown is doing his tour. Everybody is calling it the Breezy Bowl, and I'm just like the Chris Brown concert. So one thing to note about me, about your girl, about Diamond, when you do something extremely messed up in my eyes, it's hard for me to let you or allow you to come back from that. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I'm just one person. There are billions of people in the world, in the United States. Chris Brown is not hurting for a fan, but who he does not have a fan in is me, okay? One thing you're not going to do is abuse women. I don't get with it. Like, any rapper that talks crazy about women, any singer talking crazy about women, any singer rapper come out about their quote unquote preferences, even though I really cannot stand identity politics. I don't even market myself as a dark-skinned black woman. I'm just a woman. But that's hard for people to really fathom and wrap their mind around, especially in today's society with the way social media and everything else is pushing us against each other based on our skin tone and our race. So that's another topic for another day, but I don't really delve into those antics or those ideas. That's not me. But what you will not do is do the things that Chris Brown does and continue to think that I'm going to stream your music, buy tickets to your concerts, or even care about who you are and what you do on a daily basis. I don't dive in those waters. My personal politics won't allow me to do that. I'm just too much of a real, if you know what I mean. So yeah, what I want to talk about is how I deem it, excuse me, I had just had some tea, how I deem it very nasty and disgusting how he's pulling these women up on stage and like dry humping and grinding on them. And the main thing that I want to lead into is Kayla Nicole and her breakdown of why she went on stage and allowed Chris Brown to do those things to her, how it speaks to her as a child, and her love for Chris Brown. These are nothing but Chris Brown apologists. And the person who I got that coined that term or whatever is going to be, I have to shout out Kenya over at As Told by Kenya. I heard her say this, and I have to say I heard her say this, but these are Chris Brown apologists. All right, so this is what Kayla Nicole says. Well, that was fun. Had to really do it for the teenage me blasting CB in her bedroom. For the mini me who saw him at one of her first concerts. For the woman who sometimes feels like she has to be a monolith instead of multi-layered. I did it for the smart girls, the cool girls, the sexy girls, the fun girls. For all of us who are all those things at once. And I overly did it for my brown girls. Thank ya. All right, there's a plethora of problems with this because you didn't do it for me. I think that I am a smart girl, a cool girl, a sexy girl, and a fun girl. However, I'm not a Chris Brown apologist, and I would not get on stage and let him grind on me when I know his personal preference finds me repulsive. I mean, not me, but me. You know what I mean? Like, there has been too many instances where He is like the skin tone police, and he does not like a specific type or particular type of woman around him, dwelling in his personal space when he's vibing out at the clubs and things of that nature. He don't like us. He don't like women that look like us. So for you to get on stage and allow him to do that to you, I do think that is kind of like self-deprecating in a sense. Like, I think it's low self-esteem for women to get on stage and allow stuff like that. I will never, as the woman that I am right now today, I will never allow somebody to do something like that to me. I don't care if you are Usher. Who is my favorites? Because forget Usher, forget Chris Brown. I don't even have a favorite artist. But if I did have a favorite male artist that I look at sexually, or I sexualize, which I don't even like to sexualize beings, I still would not go on stage and allow them to do something like that to me. I don't know. I just find it ugh. And to me, it's just like, y'all are constantly coming online, continuously trying to make the things that Chris Brown has done in his past okay. Like, another thing that Kenya said was just like, this whole like apology tour. He's on a apology tour, but he's not apologizing for anything. He will never be looked at as the same person. I will never forget the picture of Rihanna after the incident and everything that happened. And then there were so many instances where people were trying to make it out to be that she was the aggressor, she was the firecracker, she was this, she was that. I feel like the first or the second time a woman decides to raise her hand at you or do something malicious to you or make you feel as a man lesser than, you also should leave her. There's no okay on either side. Abuse is abuse. But even if Rihanna did anything out the way or untoward towards you, at that moment in time, you should have left her. It shouldn't have got to the point where you beat her up. And I feel very sensitive to this topic because this is something that has happened to me in my personal life. I am a formerly abused woman. I'm a domestic violence survivor. So that speaks to why I am the way that I am. And I don't accept apologies and things like that from abusers, because once an abuser, always an abuser. And until you become abused, you really won't understand the mindset of these things and the concepts. So Kayla Nicole's of the world. Who else? About Kelly from Destiny's Child. Who else said something? Chloe Bailey. All of y'all and women like y'all will forever in my mind be a pick me, and you forget the whole girl concept of things. I just feel like it's all about you, and like that constant want and that need to have a male figure or a male presence in your life will never allow you to see your value in the world. And that's all I really wanted to say about the Chris Brown, the Breezy Bowl, the Kayla Nicole incident. We can chat GBT all day about it, but you'll never get me to rework my mind frame about how I feel about that man and women allowing him to do that. The pictures that they are taking, remember he's doing like also like this backstage thing where you can take pictures with him, all different type of poses and stuff like that. That shit is weird. That's weird. Now, will Chris Brown be on the same level to me as a Trey Songz? No. I think that he's a scum of the fucking earth, Trey Songz. He won't be a Trey Songz to me, but still, I look at those two types of men, they're in the same category. And the way that women slob over them is just like ill to me, you know? And it's like, I don't even dislike men. I don't dislike men, but I don't like men like that. And I don't like women like Kayla Nicole either, because it's just like, get over yourself and understand that these men are who they are and they'll continue to be that way. And they don't like you. They don't like you. So, girl, get up and stand up. That's how I feel about that. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is definitely Saweetie's Pretty Punishment. I know I'm kind of old and late to the topic, but I wrote these topics down on my phone and I just got the energy to make some videos about it. So, with the whole Pretty Punishment situation, I understand what Saweetie was trying to say, but it still will never translate in the way that she wants it to, because at the end of the day, she is a product of pretty privilege. Even though she's not lasting in the music industry, that has something to do with the talent that she possesses, and she is talentless. And I think that she took the wrong approach and the wrong route to the entertainment business. She is another person that I feel like on the same lines as Cardi B. They would be really great influencers. Like, her influencer game is like through the roof. The girls really like Saweetie's apparel, the way she looks, the way she dresses, the way she talks. And so I think she would have more longevity if she would have taken that route. I think it would be kind of hard for her to like crisscross and go into that now, because we know her as the icy girl, the wannabe rapper who is being passed around in the industry. So she kind of missed that influencer mark. But to say that you are suffering from pretty punishment is really tone deaf, because the main reason why you have a career in the music businesses, in the industry, is because you're pretty. So you were given a huge leap in the industry because of that, and you fumbled it because you don't have the talent that you think that you have. And you know that people are not fucking with your music. You said it over and over again that people do not fuck with the stuff, fuck with the music. So you're gonna quit the music business, and then you turn around, take a break, try again. It's not going to land for you, because in that realm you are talentless. But I think also she has this still it girl, this it factor that people still want to grasp and hold on to, just not in the way that she wants to. You know what I mean? So for her to say that she's being punished, now, I'm not the brightest bulb in the tanning bed. I'm not the most beautiful woman, but I am really pretty. I have to always take it back to myself. I am really pretty, and I'm a lot of people's preference. It doesn't go to my head. I don't live my life like that. I don't walk around like I'm better than people. But I have been in multiple rooms, and I'm still in multiple rooms every day, where people feel inferior to me because of not only my presence, not only my outer appearance, but also just the air and the way that I carry myself. And I understand the exclusion of things. So Saweetie was saying how she's excluded from a lot of things, or doors are shut before she even gets the opportunity, or no one wants to, because that is based on her beauty. But that's not, you're not being punished, because even though certain doors are closing, just like for me, certain doors will never open because of the person trying to open it or the person controlling it. But there will always be a second and third door for me because of my appearance. So that's the thing I'm trying to explain about Saweetie. Even though this person's not letting you in, maybe it's a woman controlling it, a low self-esteem part, it's still gonna be 5 to 7 to 10 doors to the left of you, still willing to give you an opportunity based on your appearance and the way that you carry yourself. So she's not suffering from anything. So I just wanted to just peep that and share that and show that, like, girl, you're not suffering from no damn pretty punishment, please. You are gorgeous, and you'll still have a million different opportunities. And one thing about Saweetie, she has that look to her and that attitude to her where men just want to gravitate towards her and do the things that she like, and she likes that. She's one of those type of girls, so she'll always have that opening and that entrance. Even if this music stuff don't work out, somebody gonna always want to be with Saweetie and always take care of her. She's beautiful. So it is what it is. Now, her politics, the way she carries herself, the things that she's done, the word on the curb about Offset and breaking up the Migos and all that, now that's grimy. That's grimy, but at the end of the day, I still don't fault her for those decisions, because men do it. And I'm a proponent of, if a man can say it, I can say it. If a man can do it, I can do it. You know, I'm a proponent of that. So whatever, even if she did infiltrate Cardi B's life, became her friend, and slept with her man, that's messed up. But on the other side of things, I don't know. Like, that's like the pot calling the kettle black when it comes to Cardi B. So that is what it is with that. But that's all I wanted to say about that. Moving on, David and Celeste. David and Celeste. Everybody's talking about David and Celeste, and I'm talking about David and Celeste too. So here's the thing that I feel with it, and then I'll be done with this. Something's not cleaning the buttermilk. Something's not cleaning the buttermilk when it comes to that situation. Now, he's definitely a pedo. Okay, most definitely. I'm not a grape apologist, a pedo apologist, or anything like that. He has always been too old for her, and he will always be too old for her, even if it's true that they were talking in the Discord and she was 11. So if she was 11, that would have made him 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That would have made him 16. Crazy. I think cousin vibes. Big brother, little sister vibes. That's crazy. 15 and 20, crazy. 19 and 14, crazy. She never made it to 15. All of it is crazy. Okay. And in watching the videos of David, how he speaks, how he carries himself, this was a very, very smart. I'm saying was like he died. He's still alive. This is a very, very smart young man. Very smart. Very intelligent. Very intuitive. Very. So the next logical thing would have to be trafficking. Trafficking, definitely just that love for young girls. What is the name of the boys? What's that? Men that like young girls. Men that like teen age girls. What's that called? Okay. It's called it's called a ebophilia. It's ebophilia. I think he's an ebophiliac for sure. He always wants to be with someone a little bit younger than him. And I think he also had a little bit of Napoleon syndrome because he's also a little man. Very much so. Little tiny man. He's that. So, but I don't think that he killed her. And here's why. I'm going to tell you why. 2 reasons. He hasn't been arrested yet. So that means that they're still trying to figure out who was involved in having her with them and why was she with them all the time. But I don't think there were any like logical signs that points to her being like murdered. I don't really think that. I think that she might have died of other things. There are rumblings that she might have been using drugs and it might have been an overdose. That's one of the things. And I think they're also trying to figure out, okay, just like who put her body in the truck. She was clearly probably on some drugs of some sort. And after she OD'd or something, somebody just decided, man, we got too much shit to do. This looks crazy. This is a young girl. Let's just put her in the truck and hopefully no one figures this out. Still sad, still tragic, still messed up, still heartless. You're selfish. All the things, whoever did this, you're all those things to me. But I just don't think he murdered her. I just don't get those vibes. And it's telling because of how long it's taking for an arrest that this was not a homicide. But I do think he's sick, twisted. I think that he has a lot of issues mentally. And I think that justice still needs to be brought upon for how they decide to handle her death. But I don't think that David killed her. I also don't think he's being set up either, but I think it's just negligible. I think if anything, they could have at least took her to the hospital or something, called the police or something. Just trying to dispose of her body like that is very heartless to me. It's disheartening. There's still a level of sociopath to you for you to take the action to put a dead body in a bag and put the bag in the car. There's something very sadistic about that as well. But I don't think David did any of it. We'll come back to this video if I'm wrong. But anyways, those are my quick little thoughts. Quick chat, quick fire before the topics get too far behind us of what I feel about some of the things going on right now. If you're interested in being here long term, seeing what I get up to on a daily basis or weekly basis, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I also have a booktube channel. I'll link my booktube channel below. I'm going to be going live over there on Sunday, September 28th to talk about the new book by Kamala Harris, 107 Days. If you're interested in that, you want to get another dose of my personality, subscribe to that channel, link up with me over there, and we can chat live over there. So that's all that I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Deuces.